not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
That's right, you are waking up here with the Morning App on a Thursday morning. I hope you,
Travis.
Or Wednesday morning, God. Oh, man, it's already off to a rousing start, isn't it? But yeah, here on Wednesday morning, how are you guys?
Decent for a Wednesday, I would say.
Decent for a Wednesday.
I'd be better for a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I was just already on the other side of Hump Day, already looking forward to the weekend, so...
Well, Hump Day is one of the most important days of the week.
Yeah.
I would say the most important, honestly.
Yeah. It's a pillar for the rest of the week.
I think Saturday is the most important day of the week.
Why Saturday?
By far. You have to, you get your me time. You get your weekend.
Sunday afternoons are my,
Sunday afternoons are great.
No, because then I'm just upset that it's about to be Monday.
Oh, no. I hate Sunday afternoons. Because for that reason, what I was getting ready to say about Sunday afternoons is that I usually have to take some, serious self-reflection sometimes on Sunday afternoons and just,
stare at a wall.
Lots of deep breathing and just... sighs,
Oh my God.
Man, the week's coming up.
Yeah. No. This is what you do. This is what you do. Thursday night, if you don't have classes on Friday, if so, Friday afternoon, stick your book bag in your closet, shut the door, and you don't open until Monday morning. That's how you live a happy life.
See, but
sometimes stressful, but...
Wow.
I forget where I put it, though, and then I lose it.
Well, that's not really a problem, is it?
You forget you put your book bag?
Mm-hmm, of course. I forget where I put everything.
I'm the same way. I think I lose my keys, phone, and wallet at least once a week.
I just lose them.
Trifecta.
I actually forget where it is. I think I just drop it somewhere and just lose. I actually lose stuff. all the time.
I just misplace them, freak out, and then find them.
No, I don't misplace things. I just lose things.
A lot of people think that losing things is like a curse for themselves.
Yeah.
I would ask you to maybe think about your own habits at that point.
Tried.
Is it do you lose things because it's just destined for you to lose things, or do you have certain habits that cause you to lose things all the time?
No, it's destiny.
Yeah.
And then you get that mini heart attack when you're searching for it, and you're like, oh, well, my phone's gone now. I don't have $200 for a new phone, and blah, 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 blah. And then you're like,
I have
found
mini
it.
rage. Just mini rage out. I don't know
You
the
get
actual
mad?
term. Oh, yeah. When I'm like, I lost it again. Slam drawer. I lost it again. Oh, found it.
Rage is expensive. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah. Say that again. Rage is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you punch a hole in a wall, boom, you're out $500.
not that dumb.
And you can really add up some medical bills real quick doing that kind of thing too.
Yeah, my brother broke his knuckles punching the glass at a hockey game once.
Oh wow,
that's just dumb.
That rage is expensive.
It's also not a good public look too if you're out with other people.
Yeah.
If for instance, I don't like watching particular sporting events with certain people around because
you get really into it.
Yeah, it's a side of me that I really like sports.
My grandma doesn't want to see that.
I really like sports, but I'm not trying to act childish, but I feel like I'm acting childish sometimes when I'm watching that kind of thing. So I'm like, I like you. Maybe you shouldn't be around.
I've talked to my grandma about that before. My grandpa really gets into his things, his sports,
birdhouses,
and I just realized that I'm probably one of the worst people to watch a sporting event that I'm a fan of, with.
Yeah.
If I'm not actually out in public, if I'm in the sanctity of my own home, so many bad words, so many rages, but I don't know.
I'm a lot better about it than I used to be, I will say. Now that I actually have, I guess more things going on in my life and more things to take up my time. Certainly when I was younger, it was kind of ridiculous.
This is how important I knew sports. This is when I found out this is how important sports were to my family. Highlight of my life, my dad threw a pillow at a sliding glass door.
A pillow?
And broke it.
Wow. Because someone lost?
How does that work?
It was like a Final Four. It was like Carolina lost in like the Final Four or
It was
something.
one of those memory foam
and he
pillows.
lost
that are
it. He
sturdy.
like started throwing the remote. Like
Oh
he
my
was, He
God.
was screaming. It was like the Brennan Haywood team, so he was like screaming at Brennan
Oh,
Haywood.
yeah, that was a while back, yeah.
Just
See, yeah, I'm
It was
not
pretty
passionate
bad.
about sports whatsoever.
No way.
But I know, shocker. But board games. I get really mad during board
you
games.
do.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
do
play a
you
game
like
with
pick
me.
them up and like flip it? Like, cause I
yeah,
do that sometimes.
I will. I have some very colorful language if I'm losing in
I-
a board game. Monopoly.
I never played Sorry before until last Saturday when I played with a couple of my friends, and I was getting killed. I had no idea what I was doing, so I was pouting in a corner because I had no idea what I was doing. But then things started picking up. I started getting the rhythm of it. I ended up coming back and winning, and I went
There's
from like
no
sitting in the
skill
corner
to
all
Sorry,
sad,
Josh.
upset, to winning.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
Josh,
mean, I relate. That's me.
Like the skill in Sorry is to figure out how many spaces you have to go.
Well, I couldn't pick up the right card. I
That's
didn't
not
need
a skill, that's
or
luck.
a 1 to get out, and I couldn't get out. So
Dude,
I love when people say that's a skill. That's not a skill. That's luck.
did
Well,
you
I
guys
had
go on Facebook yesterday at all?
yeah.
Why?
I freaked out. This is getting ridiculous. Facebook has stories now.
Yeah, so,
Oh,
so at this
yeah.
point, everything
Like
does. And
Snapchat.
I actually don't understand how people are getting away with it.
Yeah, that's
Because-
a Snapchat thing.
Yeah, not only is it a snap, I mean, they're even calling it stories.
Right.
Is it a Snapchat thing? Like, is it truly copyrighted, trademarked, like patented?
Well, obviously it isn't, because like people are doing it, but at
You
the
should call it
same
something
time, I
different,
don't
like a
know how
tail
they
or
haven't
something.
still brought lawsuit because, or like brought suit against them, and
Snapchat
so
dropped the ball.
I'm on the fence about this for Facebook because on the one hand I like it on Snapchat.
Right.
I haven't really even had enough time to digest the idea of having it on Instagram.
I don't look at it.
I don't like it.
I don't look at it at all.
because I
Just use them on
I
Snapchat.
feel like the people using Facebook, but because all social media platforms are different and all are kind of used for a different purpose.
Right.
And so for Facebook, I think of you're maybe promoting events,
Right.
or you're giving people like actual life updates.
Right.
Instagram, oh, you just went on vacation.
Right.
You're or maybe you're a photographer for a living, or something like that, and that's a place for you to store those. And then Snapchat being more of like, conducive
Daily
to like your
life.
daily whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
24 hours.
you're going to the grocery store and you saw something funny and
Precisely.
you want to put it on your story. And I just don't think that the idea of having Snapchat stories on Facebook, or I guess in this case Instagram stories too, on Facebook really makes sense for that platform.
Right.
Cheap knockoff.
What I've noticed is on Instagram, it's mostly celebrities using that, and they'll just
I mean,
upload
that
the
makes
same
sense,
to
yeah.
Snapchat and then to Instagram as well.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of scared for Facebook stories because there's a reason. I'm so sorry if my family is listening right now, but there's a reason I'm not friends with my mom on Snapchat. And if she starts posting these stories on Facebook, first you add the milk and then you add the eggs. Like, I just know that that's what it's going to be. Just her daily life on
I'm
Facebook
gonna
of her
follow your
cooking
mom.
or her
gonna
doing,
friend your mom.
whatever it is. And
I
I'm
like
just
that.
like, I don't
I
want
wanna learn to cook and
that.
bake.
I do too. Like, I don't.
I love you,
understand.
Mom. I really do. I love you to death. But
And I'm going to friend you.
don't.
My
story.
dad wanted to be friends with me on Snapchat so bad, but I don't even Snapchat him, so I don't know why he wants to be friends with me.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just going to be a whole new world. Snapchat stories, they're different. They're fun, they're your daily life, they're joking, you don't really post serious things on there. But now, Facebook, I don't even
Will it
really
be
know
serious?
all my Facebook friends.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have so many on there from high school that I don't...
Yeah,
You
it's like
know,
when's the
they're
last
not
time you
really
actually
my
spoke to
friend.
that person? Also, you
Right.
may or may not have actually ever really spoken to them much when you did know them.
Right, it's
Let
kind of a
alone now.
really, casual acquaintanceship type
Yeah.
deal.
I like when it says we're Facebook friends, and
I don't friend those people.
there's only like 50 people.
You only have, really close friends on there?
Yeah,
And
or I
family?
mean, decent if I talk to you, but if
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
only
talk
have
to you
like
really, I'm just
300
like,
friends on Facebook.
I probably have less
I
than
should
that.
probably go
I
through
have
mine.
like 500,
You know.
600.
But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so I don't like the concept of having this on Facebook as well. And you were talking about just people maybe not understanding the platform.
Right.
The funniest person that I follow on Snapchat, who also is a good example of someone who does it like on all platforms, and I assume he'll probably end up doing it on Facebook too. But Snoop Dogg.
Oh my God.
Snoop Dogg's Snapchat stories
they're legendary.
They are, but like he doesn't really do anything on his Snapchat stories.
That's everyone.
I don't know. Well, yeah, but like usually when I say that, you know, maybe someone isn't doing anything on their Snapchat story, maybe they pose for a photo with someone that they know, or they're like telling you about a funny little something that is going down the road. Snoop Dogg, literally, he opens up his Snapchat story, hits record, and then he's just standing there looking at the camera. And he's not doing anything. He literally look this up. Look this up.
It's great.
He'll just kind of
I think it's
look at the
fantastic
camera
comedy.
for like 15 seconds,
And let all the public want.
and then stop, and then he'll do it 5 minutes later. And usually it's him like slumping over,
that's
just
so
like sitting
funny.
down, like double chin, just kind of looking down at the camera, like not doing literally anything.
Maybe a stage fright.
It's so funny that he is doing so little.
I'm gonna
in
totally
that
follow
regard.
him now. I also think it's quite hilarious that you, Travis, follow Snoop Dogg on Snapchat.
There's nothing wrong with Travis following Snoop Dogg.
It's just very uncharacteristic.
I mean,
of
I'm
you.
sure that I listen to more hip hop than you do.
I mean,
It's the D-O-double-G.
Oh.
whatever.
I'm-
Probably.
yeah.
Probably. I can't argue with that.
I'm pretty positive that's a thing that happens. So.
Well, if you don't like the idea of stories on Facebook, you'll like real or fake news. You will definitely like that coming up. Ed Sheeran, Shape of You on the app.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU, The Morning App, on this Wednesday morning, in time for possibly the best or even the worst segment we do. Real or fake news. To me, it's one of the worst because right now I'm losing.
Yeah.
That's just because you're bad at it.
That smells like a sore loser over there to me. Although I would be the same. We just talked about how I don't like games.
Yeah.
The tension in this room.
Brandon's face right now.
Are we good?
But he is right. We're getting ready to play real or fake news. And personally, it's my favorite segment that we do because I like to watch you guys squirm.
I was going to say, I think it's because
really
you opt
fun.
out.
Yeah.
I do like
really
the
fun.
music, though.
I'm not going to lie.
Good
Like,
selection.
I love you guys, but I hate this music. It gives me nightmares. If I ever hear it again, I just like start PTSD, like twitching.
Real, fake, real, fake.
All right. Getting ready to play real or fake news here. Do you guys want to give them a little update on where you stand? So, Brandon, you were saying that you were in the losing column here, but
Yeah, he is.
10 wrong.
I've got 7 wrong. I think I'm in second. And then in first place, the one and only Kristen.
How many wrong?
6 wrong.
6 wrong.
Yeah, I only have 6 wrong. It's
She
like
had a bad
golf.
week last week.
It's like golf.
You did have a bad week last week.
I know, but it's
best.
okay.
You were
I'm coming
really
back
killing
strong.
it prior to that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. This week it's going to be the same.
So,
I don't think anything's ever been good for me.
Your time to shine, Brandon.
nothing about life is good. All right. We're getting ready to play. And per usual, we're going to do 4 of these. All right. First one. Woman's house is on the Canadian-U.S. border, so she technically lives in 2 different countries.
Absolutely real.
Yeah.
True.
Wow. I think it's real.
Yeah, I think
That
it's
happens
real
all
as
the
well.
time.
Now,
Does it?
That
Not
does
like
happen all the time.
countries, but like states.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I wonder what she's a citizen
can you
in.
live on the Canadian border?
What's her address?
See
This
that?
is so many questions.
I'm not here to answer your questions, only to stare at you.
See, that's the real question. Can you live on the
like,
border?
Is there a wall
Because
yet?
there's no wall. It's just open field.
Yeah.
I honestly am going to say
I
that
don't
this
think
is
it's
true.
just open field.
Well, it's
more
not,
pine trees, I
It's
think.
not a wall.
Those maples.
Have you seen pictures of the Canadian border?
No, I mean, I've been to Canada,
But then
like,
how is she-
Is there a wall?
there's a fence.
The fence doesn't matter.
Actually,
Fences-
then.
There's been fences for years.
I mean, there's
She built over the fence.
You know, like it's not like you're crossing from North Carolina into Tennessee and there's just a sign. It's just like, oh, by the way, you're in Canada now.
Now I want to change my
But
answer.
I mean,
I do
that
too.
doesn't mean that you can't like own land right there from like a long time ago.
I feel like Canada owns the border. So you can, or America, you know, we both like co-own it.
I'm gonna say real because I'm just gonna stick with my answer, and that's what they said, and I don't want to lose ground. So yeah,
I'm going to
Yeah,
say
I'll
real
stick
just
with
because I
it.
kind of really hope that this is accurate.
All right, you all said real, and you would all be very, very wrong.
I
should have
knew it.
changed.
I mean,
should have
just-
changed.
Just like think about it.
Travis!
Well, come on, you can't live in 2 different countries.
It's possible.
She's
I'm gonna
not,
do it.
But
Dual citizenship is the thing. Why not dual
I'm
citizenship?
aware dual citizenship is
Why
a
not
thing,
dual
but your
citizenship?
property.
Because you live in different countries.
I give up. I give up.
Yeah.
I can't handle this
Didn't a
anymore.
famous president live on like the Virginia-Tennessee border?
It's different, Brandon. Those
Brandon.
are states.
Very different.
Canada's not like part
Very
of America.
different.
We're not
My
like
aunt
2 countries
used to live
as
like
one.
half of her property was in one state and half of it was in the other.
Which is really cool, actually.
But like it didn't.
About it.
Yeah.
You right.
Brandon,
You
All right,
right.
you
let's
said
just
you were gonna
move on.
Anyway.
make drastic measures. You should have gone.
I know. I should have done that.
Everyone just took
gain
an L,
ground.
so mark on your paper accordingly.
Yeah, I don't believe that these guys are accurately marking. I think that they just take the L and then they don't tally it
Are
up.
you telling me that I'm cheating?
Possibly.
How
Alright,
could I
I'm telling
possibly
you that I'm
cheat if
cheating.
I'm losing?
I'm telling
Alright.
you that I'm cheating.
Josh is cheating.
We're gonna rope it back in. Here. All right. Next question. This man has exchanged $52,000 worth of change. So he brought in $52,000 worth of change
No,
for the cash.
no, this is not true.
That's a high number.
It is. That's a lot of change.
Brandon's looking. Put his paper behind that. Brandon's cheating.
I'm gonna go real.
I'm trying to hide the paper from
Is
her.
she really calling me out on air like every 5 seconds?
I'm going real because I believe in change hoarding, and I hope that I have half as much right now.
You know, like
in
you
my
only
piggy
need
bank.
4 little quarters to make a
right?
dollar.
Like,
$52,000. That's
yeah, but over your lifetime.
I mean, I exchange $100 worth of change every, like 3 months or something.
Right?
Yeah, real.
fake.
I'm going real.
Fake.
You're gonna
Brandon,
lose.
what did you say? All right, 2 reals and a
Real.
fake. If you said that this particular story was real, sorry, you're wrong. But I
believed in
I
it.
definitely,
That's what I'm talking about.
I agree though that this is definitely plausible, like over a period of time.
This is absolute
See,
malarkey.
guys,
Malarkey.
listen,
I'm gonna get that one day,
listen.
and then I'm gonna come to you
Absolute
three.
malarkey.
Listen, Travis will state the headline, and then he gives his opinion, and it's always like for or against you losing. Like he said, I'm not making sense right now, am I?
No, you are. Because Travis
Don't
is
listen to Travis. That's
Travis
the
is a
lesson I'm trying to
devious-
teach you.
devious.
I don't know.
He
You had
tries
this
to
like
get
4
you
in a
to-
row.
If I had a small beard, I would,
Be rubbing it.
You had missed 4 in a row though, Kristen. So.
Well, let's not go back. That's in the past, Josh.
Well, I've also
Past.
missed 7 in a row. I had 5 at one point.
I'm not sure
Now
you ever
I'm
got one
12.
right.
This stress is getting to me, guys.
All right. Are we ready?
Gotta go 500
Here
a
we
day.
go.
Have you relieved some of the stress and
No.
ready for the next question?
500 a day. Let's go.
All right. The court system has ruled that the letter J, simply the letter, cannot be named.
Excuse me?
Okay. Yeah.
This was in Canada, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Whatever. Real.
Can I phone a friend?
No.
I would rather you not.
What is this? Who wants to be a millionaire?
Last time that we went over the rules, I don't think that was part of the rules.
Say the
But
headline
letter
one more time.
J
Go one more time.
Cannot be
Just the letter J.
by
The
itself.
court
Can't be a
system,
name.
which, if I'm thinking about this right, I think this was
That's real.
supposedly a Canadian thing. The letter J cannot be a name.
That's
Why
real.
specifically J? This
Well,
is so
someone-
weird.
Because someone
In this
is
instance, I think that
my name is J, and they just write the letter J.
That's real. It's real.
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 I'm gonna say real.
Yeah, you don't seem sold, but
She doesn't seem sold on anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
you're
can
right.
see how this is plausible.
you're right. All right, 3 reels, and you're all correct. Yeah, this was a Canadian story,
See-
and I shouldn't have said that in retrospect. I should have just been like, I don't know,
Just
Because
because
when I said, as I recall, I think it's Canadian, kind of made it.
means you've seen it before.
It sounded more legitimate than.
But
You should
fake
start
news.
saying that with all
yeah.
the stories. I believe it's European.
also,
Well, it's definitely
I'm pretty sure I saw this on CNN. Yeah, I think this was Serbia.
Well, everything there is fake.
Yeah.
That's right out of London. Definitely out of London.
Okay. All right. So we have one more. Thus far, let's see. Brandon, you've taken
Hit
2
after hit
incorrect
after hit.
and 1 correct. Josh, you have
2 incorrect, maybe?
Yeah.
no,
just
you
for
have one.
today.
No, he has
No,
two.
you have 2. He has 2.
and then you.
I got 1 incorrect.
Yes. All right. So last one for today. This couple ordered a wedding cake that looks just like them. So we're talking like screen print,
Yep.
kind of, not just like the little statue thing on top.
It's real.
Actually, just like them.
That was one
Yeah,
of the,
that's real. That seems
That was one of the
plausible.
Go
great-
again. What
But
say
why-
again, real quick.
This couple got a wedding cake that looks just like them, so they put their face on the
Oh,
wedding
absolutely
cake. We're
real.
talking like 3 or 4
'Cause I would do that
cakes.
myself.
Cakes. Remember that TV
Yeah, Ace
show?
of
Great
Cakes.
show.
Great show.
I
Food
would
Network.
say that this is real because this is clearly plausible. However,
Charm
why
City
would this be
Cakes.
headline news?
Why would it not?
It's not headline
This is-
news. It's just real or fake.
No, these are news headlines. These are actual news headlines, or actually not news
Yeah,
headlines.
well, okay, but that being said, the court ruling that the letter J can't be a name, like, is that really newsworthy?
Yes.
I would say
I don't think so.
It's real.
I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I should agree with you, bozos. I mean, like,
Don't then.
Call me a bozo.
Okay, I'll say real.
You want to be
Does
Bozo
it
the
make
Clown?
No, that's what you
All
called
right,
us.
so we're all saying real on this one.
Yep.
Oh God, look at Travis's face.
She's got a point. She can kind of sort of read me. Yeah, you all are all wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that too with my 52,000
You
quarters
know,
and dimes.
Just because it's plausible doesn't mean that
Doesn't mean it's
myself
real.
or someone else
I
can't
should
just
have
make it
stuck
up.
with my gut. Ugh, I hate this.
Brandon, you
I
didn't
hate
take any
this
drastic
game.
measures
You
like
could
I
just
thought you
start
would.
really studying up and just only watch tons and tons of news before you come. Like weird news, too. Just really
I should have taken drastic measures
getting
today.
educated.
Yeah.
Gone
I'm
the
catching up
opposite,
to
and
you
I would
guys.
have. I would be like tied with you right now
Yeah,
if I had
probably.
gone opposite.
I'm catching up to you guys, and it's really scary. I don't
No,
like this.
you're really not because we're losing
really
ground.
scary.
So it's actually the exact same, like spacing.
Okay. How many do you have wrong, Brandon?
13.
I got 10.
13.
Okay. Okay, I'm only at
It's
8.
unlucky.
Yeah.
Triskaidiscophobia.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know. I can't say anything because I'm not playing, so.
All right. Well, next we'll catch you up on what to eat in the morning and what's going around America. And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU. 8:35 on this lovely Wednesday morning. You have approximately 25 minutes to get to your 9 a.m. class or whatever you need to do at 9 a.m. Or, hey, if you don't have anything to do at 9 a.m., I'm very jealous of you. Let's trade spots.
So, what is going on around the world, Kristen?
my God.
Around the globe?
Around America.
around the world.
Look. We all have good days. We all have bad days. Wednesdays generally usually my bad day, so give me a break.
She's trying to get it out of her system. But what's going on here locally, at least weather-wise, this is your weather forecast brought to you by bootweather.com. Today, Wednesday, it's not Thursday like I said it was earlier, but today, Wednesday, we got a high of 66, low of 47, and increasing clouds throughout the day, so if you want to get out and enjoy some sunny weather today, I suggest you do it either right now, beautiful right now, early this morning.
How many golf balls?
I believe today was a, wow. It's even more than I thought. It's a 4 golf ball.
Oh, yeah.
4, I mean, any day where it's mostly sunny and you're flirting with 70 degrees,
Time to go hit the links.
Particularly still in the later part of March, that's going to be a 4 golf ball
Gotta
day.
hit that mini golf course later.
Yeah. No, seriously. Is that open yet?
No, it opens in summer.
Magic Mountain. Oh. No. It opens late spring.
Okay.
Shoot, I want to go.
I've played my entire life at that golf.
I want to go.
Excuse me.
I know everything about that mini golf course. I got free games at that mini golf course before.
Yeah, y'all should go on a date.
We can.
Okay.
I just don't know when it opens. I actually am going to call the owner later today and figure out when it opens.
Are you a regular?
Yeah, I've been a regular my entire life since I was like 7 years old. One of the most challenging mini golf courses, by the way.
Really?
Like, I've ever played at.
Well, I suck at all of them.
Yeah, me too. I'm terrible at mini golf.
The ones I really don't like are the ones that have tons of actual, like...
Obstacles?
Yeah, in the middle of the course.
But that's the whole point.
Well, I mean, I'm okay, but it's different, though. Because I'm okay playing usually when it's difficult, but... You know, there isn't just like random stuff in the middle of the green. But
the real problem is that I'm fantastic at mini golf, like putting. But when it comes to real golf putting, the worst putter probably on the face of the planet is me. Like I can't read a green to save my life, but I can read those mini golf greens. I can read them like no one's business.
Yeah, that's why I usually just stay on the driving range. You know. Just to get a lot of the frustration out of dealing with you guys every day, hitting balls as far as I can. That's usually what I have to do.
Don't hold it back, Travis.
I don't.
Tell us how you really feel.
I do.
Well, something that could possibly help you guys in your golfing endeavor, that's the word I was looking for. I was going to say adventures, but endeavors is better, is that apparently a new study came out. If parents that give their children ice cream first thing in the morning, like a scoop of ice cream, apparently is more beneficial for the brain. Apparently, it was published at Kyorin University, I think in Japan. It was, actually. And eating ice cream right after waking up can result in improved instances of alertness and mental performance. And they tested it with children who didn't eat ice cream in the morning, and the children who did just
blew them out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. And then they tested it a second time with drinking cold water in the morning, and where the results were still good, the ice cream was still 10 times better.
I think this is just a sugar high.
No, I'm all about
this. No, well, sugar highs wear off, and they would have tested other sugar stuff as well. I'm all for eating ice cream in the morning, so I'm really
the
on
cold
board.
aspect of ice cream.
And the water helped, but ice cream, the sugar and the cold combined.
I believe this, because... For me, I'm someone that doesn't drink coffee.
Agreed.
I like caffeine, but, I don't know. Coffee just doesn't do it for me. So, usually first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I'll, go to sleep with a glass of water next to my bed. And first, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I, down that glass of water.
That is healthy of you.
I don't do it for health reasons because if anyone knows me, I'm usually rolling in, with some
McDonald's.
For breakfast at least,
But is it because your mouth's dry? Is that why you do it?
No, it's to help wake me up. because I'm
it's good
hating,
for you,
I'm hating
apparently.
myself in the morning. Yeah.
If it's cold water, it's
and
extremely better.
I found that it helps me. So, for that reason, I can believe that the ice cream already being, very cold, having been in the freezer, then plus the fact, getting a little bit of sugar in there, I can see that.
Kristen, you're so skeptical of this.
Not
But
skeptical. I'm against
It was
this.
a
This is
family
not
from-
true.
I'm
A
going to start
university in
How
Japan.
you
No,
how
listen.
does someone who adamantly believes in things like the paranormal can't wrap their head around the idea that
ice cream is good
ice
for you.
cream might help you wake up in the morning due to its
She also
cold
loves
nature
cookout.
and
Like, why
sugar
would she
content.
hate this ice cream idea?
Okay, it's not that I hate this. It's not that I'm super healthy or anything. Yes, I eat cookout at least 5 times a week, and yes, I probably have a donut maybe 100 times a week. However, this.
They should call you Krispy Kreme, KK.
Okay, well listen.
I really
that was
enjoyed
really
that.
bad, but
I really enjoyed it.
eat yogurt then. Eat yogurt.
That's
That's
not the
cold.
same.
It's not the same.
You could freeze some
Frozen
blueberries.
Go-Gurt.
Freeze some blueberries and put it in the yogurt or frozen Go-Gurt. This
I mean, we're
Y'all
not
make-
talking about eating a whole liter of ice cream here.
But this, I'm not gonna feed my kids ice cream for breakfast. I'm sorry.
Better reaction time, and we're
To be
able to
fair,
process information
That's
faster.
not good. The first thing you eat in the morning should set how you feel the rest of the day.
I think this
eat
would.
oatmeal, for example, therefore I feel old the rest of the day.
No wonder your
I'm just
reaction
kidding.
time is slow.
But it helps you stay healthy the rest of the day if you start off your
Well,
morning right.
You're having a bowel movement by 10 a.m.
No, this is a fantastic. Like when I was eating Go-Gurt, like frozen Go-Gurt, for 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, we
My
remember.
reaction time was fantastic in the morning.
I threw a ball at him when he came in the office
was like,
one of those mornings. He just, no look.
He
caught that.
came in at
He did
7:55
not.
instead of 7:58,
He
59
did.
like he usually does.
He did.
I
Yeah.
do.
There was
need-
a certain quality in your eyes.
Yeah, I
those
do
days.
A
need
twinkle,
to
if you
start
might.
eating more frozen Go-Gurt in the morning and drinking more cold water so
Well,
I
see,
can wake up.
I can get behind that. I would get behind that. But
But
you know,
ice cream is just too good for you. What about sherbet?
no. I mean, no. I'm against it all.
We backed her in the
I'm not
corner.
gonna feed my kid chocolate ice cream every morning because then they're gonna want it all the time. It's just,
Gelato.
gelato is just Italian for ice cream,
Darn it.
right?
It's slightly,
You almost had her.
it's slightly
Almost.
different, but I'll let it slide. Anyway.
It is slightly different.
I'll
I'm
allow
sorry.
it.
I'm not getting. I'm
Is that a
not
Food
getting
Network
behind
thing
this.
that you
The
picked up?
kids are going to be so upset once they hear this.
Oh, did you just know that?
No, I just happen to know that.
I'm going
but
to
yeah.
mail this anonymously to them.
Mail
what, like
what?
20 years down
Yep,
the road?
Exactly,
Mail
to her
what, the
kid.
article?
The article and be
Well,
like,
even if
your
you're not
mom.
down, with the ice cream thing, I at least am a supporter of the cold glass of water, the other part
Yeah,
of
Okay.
this
I am
study.
too.
Yes.
Because I know for a fact that works. At least it works for me, and it gets me to the point in the morning where the light from the office lights or whatever no longer hurt my eyes, and I don't actually mind being awake and functioning in the space. So
Well, that's fair. Fair
yeah.
enough.
yeah,
I still
mean,
don't support it.
I think about the fact that if it's cold, why not use it? Like I don't know. I just think it's fine. Like,
Something to look forward to as
and
well.
everyone loves ice cream more or less. And
I hate ice cream.
Along those same
Well, that's
lines,
your problem.
Brandon, I think they have tried to rank or at least list America's favorite fast food. Am I right?
Yeah, and no surprise here. I mean, we all love Chick-fil-A.
Who doesn't?
Chick-fil-A
I love
earns top marks.
Good.
Oh, of course.
Good.
They're the nicest people
I was
around.
going to say Chick-fil-A gets that because of their customer service.
Oh,
You think so?
Or at least partially.
Yeah,
I mean, I
genuinely
like
think-
their food. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong,
The
but
customer service is fantastic.
I think it pushes them over the edge.
Their only downfall is that they don't open on Sundays, which is also good for religious reasons. But, I mean,
yeah, I mean that. Well,
Can't
The
complain.
problem with that is every time you want Chick-fil-A, it's on a Sunday.
That's why you just have to make
Well, I
sure
just-
you get it on Saturday.
I do appreciate, them sticking to their guns about
Yeah.
it in that regard. Usually, people don't. So yes, I would like them to be open on occasion on a Sunday, but at least they're sticking to their guns
Well,
about
they are.
what they believe in and stuff. So
But I also love their frozen lemonades, which are like
Yes.
lemonade and ice cream.
Frozen coffee too. They have is really
which
good.
will help you in the morning because it's ice cream.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
All right, back to fast food.
So basically they just did it off, and this is actually a customer satisfaction rating. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
so
He was
yeah,
from
this
us.
is why they rank among the top. The 83% love Chick-fil-A.
Makes sense.
82% love Chipotle.
Really?
Is
And
Chipotle
then-
fast food though?
Yeah.
I would consider Chipotle
that got
fast food.
second?
Yeah. Oh, Hardee's is a tie with Chipotle.
Wow.
And then-
Stop it, Hardee's.
I don't get that.
Well, no one
yeah.
goes there. That's
I
why.
will say that I feel like
Hardee's
Carl's,
is
like
one of
the
the best
Carl's
ones.
Jr.
Yeah, in California.
On the West Coast is more beloved for some reason than
Then the
Hardee's.
Hardee's here.
I think
Well,
it might have originated
I would
there.
say
Even though it's the same thing.
older people
Oh,
love
yeah.
Hardee's.
yeah,
I-
definitely.
And I think
don't get
Hardee's is
that.
one of the better like customer experiences in terms of fast food.
It's pretty underrated as well.
It's underrated food, yeah. I got a chicken tender basket the other day. It was like 10 of them.
I totally
Felt
disagree.
so bad about myself, but oh my gosh, it was so good.
Well,
Hardee's
you haven't
is
liked
not
any of our
good.
ideas today.
Okay, well, what about Subway?
Eh.
Arby's.
I like Subway.
Arby's
I love
is the 80% along with
I like Arby's.
KFC, Kentucky
Where's-
Fried Chicken.
I love KFC too.
Where's McDonald's on this list?
They
Oh,
should be
McDonald's is
below.
not here because McDonald's customer service
We
is
went over this.
awful.
I
You
love
know,
McDonald's.
It depends.
the worst customer
McDonald's,
satisfaction
you know,
I've ever
for
had.
them, they're so big. They have so many, so many
It's their own
locations that it's
downfall.
hard for you to always have a good customer service experience at McDonald's because there is so many opportunities.
Machines
there.
are always broken as well.
You know a great idea for this next fast food place? Start serving ice cream in the mornings. Baskin Robbins 79%,
Yeah.
along with Dairy Queen. Start serving in the morning,
I can get behind Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
and then to round out the list, Dunkin' Donuts and Papa John's.
Ooh.
Dunkin' Donuts.
That should be higher up there.
I'm down with that, but it's no Krispy Kreme, Josh.
I think, yeah, you're right. And Little Caesars should be up there as well. I love them. But another thing that I love is this new song by Zed and Alicia Cara, Stay, on the Morning App.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
8:50 on this amazing Wednesday, and for people watching the Facebook live stream, we have to clear things up. We did have a massive brawl in here talking about which is better, Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme. Kristen got extremely heated. She still is, and she beat
wrong,
us.
Kristen?
Man,
This is
she
a
was abusive.
ridiculous argument.
Oh, here we
Dunkin'
go.
is better than Krispy Kreme, no doubt.
If you have an opinion on that, please comment on our Facebook page.
Travis is adamant about the Krispy Kreme.
Travis just gave up, but Kristen is still going
Seriously,
strong 5 minutes later.
Dunkin' lovers of the world, support
And
me.
the fact that you hate Hardee's.
This is ridiculous. I can't handle these. I can't handle
Oh,
these
you're
arguments
actually gonna
anymore.
tell me like you like In-N-Out Burger?
I actually have never been to In-N-Out.
What's on the West Coast, I mean.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
love
don't
Steak
know,
and
like,
Shake, though. I can get behind
Oh
Steak
my
and Shake.
gosh, she loves steak and shake.
Well, let's move past food,
Whatever,
even though
let's
it may
just
be
go.
more important than relationships, but I guess we need to
I
talk
have a
about
relationship
relationships.
with my food.
All right, but yeah, like Josh said, we digress here on the morning app, and per usual, we're talking relationships here in the last bit of the show, and I wanted to talk about things that things that people do that I see, particularly that grown women do, that I just feel like we should maybe pause and reconsider. You know, just like maybe at this point in your life, you don't want to do that.
Going into this, I know that I am outnumbered, so this will be interesting.
Are we going to get a Travis rant?
Probably.
It depends how much air I have
Fingers
left in my
crossed.
lungs. And I'm just going to go ahead and maybe run down a few of these, and then we'll kind of elaborate. But things like, you know, hitting people up exclusively when you're intoxicated. Always hitting that person up over and over again that you know is toxic for you.
These are grown people.
Trying to make other people jealous and only using people strictly for the reason of making other people jealous. And I understand this isn't something that's exclusive to women in that
It's
regard.
not.
And yeah, so really any of these things we can, you know, applies for both sexes. This just happens to be what the topic was. But you know, maybe if you're going out on a date, if you're nervous and you feel like you need something to take the edge off or whatever, that's, you know, one thing. But don't take that too far on the date, particularly the first few dates, because then it's just like, well.
What
who
is she
am I
really
talking
like?
to at
Yeah.
this point, you know, that kind of thing. And there's more, but there's definitely things to elaborate here.
Can I just say,
Of
I
course.
have had a friend literally come up to me. We were at Apski on the mountain. He was like, "Yo, can you just like talk to me and, you know, laugh a little bit here?" I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "This girl, she's looking. Just laugh. I gotta make her jealous." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
Did you help him?
Kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm a
There
good
you
friend.
go.
I'm a good friend."
There you go.
But he didn't
Yeah.
even say hi. He just walks up and he just was like, you know, okay,
No, laugh a little
laugh.
bit.
And I'm like, "Okay, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?"
Did it work?
I don't know. I think so.
Nice.
Maybe. But it's the
Proud of
wrong
you.
way to do it. Wrong way to do it. Making someone else jealous.
If it works.
Yeah, I mean, just the intention there. You know, it's nothing that you know people don't do all the time.
But this is grown women we're talking about.
Yeah,
They
I
need
mean-
to stop.
Yeah,
Whoa. Grown
Go to
women and men.
Match.com. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Match.com, eHarmony, Christian Mingle.
yeah,
Farmers only.
.com.
yeah. There's definitely a dating site for no matter, you know, what kind of person you are at this point. But I just feel like if you get to a certain age, and it's not necessarily, you can't put a number on it because everyone, I guess, rises to a level of maturity
Not me.
that would kind of put them above this during a different point in their life. As far as that goes, I would like to think that I'm on the other side of this, but you know, depending on who you are, you know, you might not have you know gotten there yet, and I guess there's nothing wrong with that, you know, but whenever you feel like you've personally, if you're embarrassed to do these things, then you're probably there.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
fair. That is fair.
I mean, I'm mature in the relationship sense, but in the actual person, adult sense, no.
And one of the one that I really wanted to go into is always either getting back together or just not cutting people out of your life that's toxic for you. And this goes without or this goes beyond even like relationships. You know, this can be a friend that you have that's
that is really difficult.
Wait, are you saying cutting them out or don't cut them out?
No, cut them out.
Cutting people out who are toxic, you know, for your life and for your state of mind. There's no reason. I know there's all kinds of reasons in your head, you know, before you do that. You know, it's like, oh, we've been friends so long, or I've been dating this person so long, or this reason and that reason and whatever. But you know, if they're getting in the way of your happiness, there's no reason to not cut that person out.
For me, I think in terms of that, you have to be almost 100% sure that you want to cut them off, especially if it's a long-time friend or a long-time relationship. Like, you have to be 100% sure that they are toxic for you.
And probably talk to the person as well.
Well, even if they're like 70% toxic, 30% great, you probably still should cut them off.
I mean, I'm saying you have to be 100% sure that you're going to cut them off.
I mean, I guess
you can't. That's not something that you don't have a 100% like confidence. Like, I'm surely. Absolutely,
right. You have
100%.
to be sure.
Yeah,
but it's also, I think, also important that you recognize when you're looking back at that, you're like, oh my god, but all these things were so great and blah 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 blah, and you're like, maybe I should hit him up. I am a little tipsy. Like, let's go for it. Oh, but you know, you have to realize too the reason that it did end or something like that is important to recognize too, and it's easy to forget those kind of things, I think.
Yeah.
So don't be tipsy. That's what I took from that conversation.
Exactly, Josh. Mm-hmm. Do you guys ever flirt?
Oh yeah.
Do you guys try to flirt?
Thank you. That was it. Right there.
I did it yesterday. It was fantastic.
Did you really?
Oh, absolutely.
How'd she respond? Did she respond well? Do you got a date?
I'm assuming so.
He's hoping.
I mean, she's still talking to me.
I could imagine that your way of flirting is like, oh, I'm gonna middle school flirt, and I'm like poke you, and I'm gonna throw a pencil at you and be like, hee hee hee.
No, it's a lot like
hey, babe.
It's like absolute sarcasm, yeah. No, apparently these are the 5 lethal things that you can't do when flirting. Number 1, lacking confidence. Don't ever lack confidence.
Right.
I certainly wasn't lacking confidence, you know, yesterday. And number 2, lying. Don't lie.
Well, yeah.
Shouldn't lie.
Number 3, telling sketchy stories. Don't tell sketchy stories. Number 4, this is a big one. This is one of the biggest ones. Don't talk about your ex. If you have an ex, don't talk about it.
True.
Yeah.
And number 5, hanging on her. Just like, I don't know. Just like being too clingy.
Being too clingy and talking about your ex.
It's a game for a reason.
It's not a thing you want to do, particularly not when you first know each other. But that does it for today's show. We'll be with you same time, same place this coming Friday morning. Thanks for listening to The Morning App.
Hump day?
Yes.